this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, it's another morning session, so let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? I'll address the elephant in the room. I have the old mic back. Remember the blue boy? As Ming called it, the denty boy? Well, you saw that I was having issues with my microphone last time. Today, it just isn't working at all. I turned on phantom power. Don't ask if I did that, because I'm using this mic right now. You know, I have no idea what's going on, but it's okay, I guess. There's probably a slight hum with this one because it's broken. I'll have to process the audio a bit, which is super annoying, but it's fine. Don't worry about me. Well, so I have an idea for today. I kind of want to talk about something very important to me, because, you know, I don't think we talk about it enough. I would like for today, I don't know when this video is coming out, but whatever today is, I would like this to be Major 7 Awareness Day, where we can all just kind of think about Major 7 and remember how important it is to all of us, how important it is to play and think about while we improvise. So, I would like to take some time and just figure out every possible way to play it. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and make our way to the computer, and we'll do that. I'll see you there. Just to cover our rules again, because I don't want us to forget that. A Major 7 chord, it is an extension of a major triad. Let's just go over our main things here. We have major thirds and minor thirds. Here's how we play them on guitar, just to show you. So we play a minor third like that. We play a major third like that, and then we'll also need perfect fourths, which are just right across. And of course, on the third and second string, it looks different. It looks like that. So there you go. And now I have them in different spots, as you can see. That doesn't matter. They could all just be the same spot. But here's minor third, major third, perfect fourth, and then minor third on the third and second string, major third, perfect fourth. So that's what we need. Oh, and actually, you know what? We're going over perfect fourth. We don't even need that, though, because we're playing a major 7 arpeggio. The formula for a major 7, which I'll represent with an uppercase M and a 7, is going to be major, minor, and then major again. And then after the major third, you just go up a half step, because that's the major 7th, which leads back up to the 1. It's a half step away. You'll see what I mean. All right, we're just going to do this in G major, and we're just going to cover first the arpeggio, and then I think we can probably cover like all the different chord positions that we can play. Starting with G, our root. There it is. Okay, major third off of G is going to look like that. All right, minor third off of G is going to look like that. And we're playing an arpeggio, so it's okay to have more than one note on a string. And then a major third off of that note is going to look like that. And then that's an F sharp. G is right there, which is the octave. This octave shape, that's a really important one. If you want to do stuff like this. Good shape to know. That is one octave of a major 7 arpeggio right there. And let's hear it in action. And because we have the 7, we could also include that note down there. And then that is the lowest note of G major 7 that we can play on the guitar. And it's also convenient because now every string has 2 notes. So you can play it like that. My hands aren't warm. Alright, let's keep it going. Let's play it in a way that kind of resembles like the Segovia scales, where we go in a sort of diagonal pattern like that, and we're just covering one line. And then from there, we can fill in everything. Oh no. We have our new root, G, right there. Now, off of G, major third, minor third, and then off of that minor third, major third, and then half step up to G. And when you play octaves starting on the 4th or 3rd string, again, the octave shape is going to be one further apart than the last one, which looks like that. Boom. There you go. Okay, so now we have 2 octaves of a G major 7 arpeggio, which looks like that. And this looks more confusing now, but keep in mind, this and that are basically the same thing. And you can really see it if I remove the major 7, because look at that. Now it's definitely the same thing. We have like this triangle here. Look at our shapes. Boom, boom, boom. See how it's the same thing? See what I'm saying? But we're also just filling in the major 7 as well. So major 7, and major 7 octave. All right, now off of that note, major third. So we're going diagonal like that, back to normal. Minor third, and then off of that is a major third, which is going to be 4 frets, and then half step up to the octave. So what we have here, which that looks kind of terrible, right? But that is a 3 octave major 7 arpeggio. It's technically 3 octaves plus a half step with the major 7 there. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's like our Segovia scale version of it. It's pretty cool if you can learn how to like shred it. Go ahead and fill everything else out. Starting from the very beginning, we have our root right here. Major third, major third, root, major third, minor third, major third. Now we went that way. We still have some blankness over here, so how do we fill that in? Instead of going major third to the next string, let's go up to the major third, like that. And now all of a sudden we have major third. So now we're playing a major 7 arpeggio, like that. Same thing. You can also play it starting from the third, this note right here, which we call each of these notes the 1, 3, 5, and 7. So now third, fifth, 7, root. Alright, you like that so far? Still a lot of blankness though. Alright, well, root, major third. Let's do a minor third off of that. Major third to the major 7. Root, halves up above that. Major third, minor thirds filled out. Alright, now we have that. And while we're at it, this is the root, because we did, this is the major third, major 7, root, okay, root, major third, minor third, major third, root, major third, minor third, major third, root. It's already there. And it's a little hard to see now, but we're in 10th position doing that. And this is the 7th fret here. So now we have 7, the 10th, and that's our 5th right there. 5th, major third to the 7, root. And now our root again is here. We're almost done. So that note that we just filled in is the 5th. Instead of going a major third up to the 7th that way, let's go a major third up this way. 7, root, which is symmetrical with the other 7 root. That was the highest notes that we had. Alright, root, third, minor third. Alright, well, so we filled it in that way. Major third, minor third up here, major third, root, major third, minor third, major third to that, and then root. What we just did here, if I draw some shapy lines, that is the same exact thing that I did over here. See how it looks the same? So what that means is everything that came after that, you could then add to the next one. So all of this stuff would just come after that, and this is an endlessly repeating thing. If you had an infinitely long guitar, this is all you would need to play major 7 across the entire thing. That was a lot of notes, right? So let's break it up into 5 different positions that we can play it in, and maybe we should mark the roots so we can see all of it. All the red dots, I'll make root. I think obviously the first position of this should be right here, which will look like this. And then for the next position of the arpeggio, I like seeing it like this. And that's starting on the 7th fret here. And I play it like this. And the whole point of this too, it's not just to like shred your arpeggio, which you can certainly do that. But when I'm playing scales, like instead of just playing all the notes of the scale, I'm thinking in I'm thinking about the arpeggio, and I'm using the scale as embellishments to move between chord tones here of the G major 7. Breaking it up in these positions might be a little hard. It's kind of something that you have to figure out. But I think the next one is pretty obvious. It would look like that, so that's starting on the 7th fret. And this is a pretty standard major 7 arpeggio looking thing. So that's like your C major chord shape there, if you see those notes with like the bar. Ba-da-dum. If you want to think in the cage system, like a jock. Jocks only on this channel. That is the major 7 arpeggio. Now, I don't know if this series is going to be helpful at all, but I think next, what we should do is go through all the different major 7 chords that you can play, because those are also fun to be able to move around one chord all through the guitar neck. And you can just build them yourself, like you can figure them out. You don't have to look it up in a chord book or anything. You should try going on this website. It's just called chordpick.com. Just see if you can get your formula, which, again, your formula for this one is just major, minor, major. Every chord you can play has a formula, and they all kind of make sense. Everything is built off of the triad, so that's a good place to start. Okay, so we'll end it there for now. Hopefully that was something for you. I'm gonna go practice now, so I'll see you there. What'd you think of that? So, I mean, hopefully, like, the whole goal of that isn't to show you, per se, how to play the major 7 arpeggio, but it's to show you how to build it on your own. So you can then make it on your own. You can use the website or a piece of paper, and that's a really good way to learn something like that. Or you can try to do it in your head. That's also an option, too. Alright, well, I'm going to practice guitar now, so I will see you on the other side. Alright, I think I'm good. So, let me bring you closer. Alright, here's the deal. My apartment is super muggy, so I'm not gonna turn the AC off, and I also have my dehumidifier running, so it sounds like I'm in a windstorm, I know. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure my microphone is not working because it's so humid. Thankfully this one is, or at least I hope it is. Next time this won't be the case, but it is becoming summer, so I don't know. Yeah, I like don't even want to turn the AC off for like 10 minutes because it'll just shoot up like 3 or 4 degrees and make everything terrible. So, I worked a lot on the Presto. I also worked on BWV 1009, the Prelude, the one I played on cello in that dream that I had. But today I'm going to play the Presto for you. I'm just going to get as far as I can comfortably. I'm going to take it at a reasonable speed. This is what it sounds like. Okay, I'm gonna take the tempo way slower. Oh no. We're almost done. I'm rushing. And that was the whole thing, and that sucked. But that's the worst it'll ever be. I feel pretty good with the first page and a half. It's everything after that that needs to be worked in. But I can definitely play it, and like, I'm not sight reading it or anything, so that's good. Yeah, you'll hear me play better stuff later. This is a practice log. This is not a performance log. Though it's been kind of feeling like a performance log as of late, but that was very much practice right there, so I hope you enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. It's time for me to start my day. Like I said, I'm gonna hit the gym after this. Get a pump, all that stuff. I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. If you want some guitar lessons, feel free to reach out. My email's in the description, and you can see the deets down there. Yeah, and of course, if you have any questions about anything at all, feel free to ask them, and I will answer it at some point. Probably in the chair. That's where I like to answer things, you know. I'm gonna start my day. So, I'll see you tonight.